Hello, today's daily reading comes from the Apocrypha. We are reading from the book of Jasher, chapter 85, verse 34 through the end of the chapter, and it reads as follows. And the children of Moab heard all the evil which the children of Israel had done to the two kings of the Amorites, to Sihon and Og. So all the men of Moab were greatly afraid of the Israelites. And the elders of Moab said, Behold, the two kings of the Amorites, Sihon and Og, who were more powerful than all the kings of the earth, could not stand against the children of Israel. How then can we stand before them? Surely they sent us a message before now to pass through our land on their way, and we would not suffer them. Now they will turn upon us with their heavy swords and destroy us. And Moab was distressed on account of the children of Israel, and they were greatly afraid of them. And they counseled together what was to be done to the children of Israel. And the elders of Moab resolved and took one of their men, Balak the son of Zippor, the Moabite, and made him king over them at that time. And Balak was a very wise man. And the elders of Moab rose up and sent to the children of Midian to make peace with him. For a great battle and enmity had been in those days between Moab and Midian from the days of Hadad the son of Bedad the king of Edom, who smote Midian in the field of Moab unto these days. And the children of Moab sent to the children of Midian, and they made peace with them. And the elders of Midian came to the land of Moab to make peace in behalf of the children of Midian. And the elders of Moab counseled with the elders of Midian what to do in order to save their lives from Israel. And all the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, Now therefore the children of Israel lick up all the that are around us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field, for thus did they do to the two kings of the Amorites who are stronger than we are. And the elders of Midian said to Moab, We have heard that at the time when Sihon, king of the Amorites, fought against you, when he prevailed over you and took your land, he had sent Boer, the son of Janeas, and to Balaam his son from Mesopotamia, and they came and cursed you. Therefore did the hand of Sihon prevail over you, and he took your land. Now therefore send you also to Balaam his son, for he still remains in his land, and give him his hire, that he may come and curse all the people of whom you are afraid. So the elders of Moab heard this thing, and it pleased them to send to Balaam the son of Beor. So Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent messengers to Balaam, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. And therefore come and curse this people for me, for they are too mightily for me. Perhaps I will prevail to fight against them and drive them out, for I heard that he whom you bless is blessed, and whom you curse is cursed. So the messengers of Balak went to Balaam and brought Balaam to curse the people to fight against Moab. And Balaam came to Balak to curse Israel. And the Lord said to Balaam, Curse not this people, for it is blessed. And Balak urged Balaam day by day to curse Israel. But Balaam hearkened not to Balak on account of the word of the Lord which he had spoken to Balaam. And when Balak saw that Balaam would not accede to his wish, he rose up and went home, and Balaam also returned to his land, and he went from there to Midian. And the children of Israel journeyed from the plain of Moab and pitched by the Jordan, from Beth Jezimoth even unto Abel Shittim, at the end of the plains of Moab. And when the children of Israel dwelt in the plain of Shittim, they began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And the children of Israel approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tents opposite to the camp of the children of Israel. And the children of Moab were afraid of the children of Israel. And the children of Moab took all their daughters and their wives of beautiful aspect and comely appearance, and dressed them in gold and silver and costly garments. And the children of Moab seated those women at the door of their tents, in order that the children of Israel might see them and turn to them, and not fight against Moab. And all the children of Moab did this thing to the children of Israel, and every man placed his wife and daughter at the door of his tent. And all the children of Israel saw the act of the children of Moab, and the children of Israel turned to the daughters of Moab and coveted them, and they went to them. And it came to pass that when a Hebrew came to the door of the tent of Moab and saw a daughter of Moab and desired her in his heart, and spoke with her at the door of the tent that he desired, while they were speaking together, the men of the tent would come out and speak to the Hebrew like unto these words: Surely you know that we are brethren. We are all the descendants of Lot and the descendants of Abraham his brother. Why then will you not remain with us? And why will you not eat our bread and our sacrifice? And when the children of Moab had thus overwhelmed him with their speeches and enticed him by their flattering words, they seated him in the tent and cooked and sacrificed for him, and he ate of the sacrifice and of their bread. They then gave him wine, and he drank and became intoxicated. And they placed before him a beautiful damsel, and he did with her as he liked. For he knew not what he was doing, as he had drunk plentifully of wine. Thus did the children of Moab to Israel in that place, in the plain of Shittim. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel on account of this matter. And he sent a pestilence among them, and there died of the Israelite 24,000 men. Now there was a man of the children of Simeon whose name was Zimri, the son of Salu, who connected himself with the Midianite Cosbi, the daughter of Zur, king of Midian, in the sight of all the children of Israel. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw this wicked thing which Zimri had done, and he took a spear and rose up and went after them and pierced them both and slew them, and the pestilence ceased from the children of Israel.